What's up guys? Welcome back to Toon Duelists. In this video I'm going to show you a basic combo of our P.U.N.K KASHTIRA deck profile, and afterwards we're going to draw some test hands to show you how this deck really performs. If you haven't already, definitely check out the deck profile with the link in the description so you know what I'm working with right here. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the channel, trust me, it's really worth it. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. Alright guys, we start off with our basic combo, and all you need for this one is this pretty card, your No P.U.N.K Xenogenesis. Now how does it work? You normal summon Xenogenesis, you activate its effect to add a card to your hand, and you want to add Rising Scale, your brand new card from Monstrous Mayhem. Now you go into a link one, into your summon grade right here. Now you can activate Rising Scale. You banish, you special summon, you activate Rising Scale's effect, pay 600 life points, and you special summon out your Sharakuzai. You use Sharakuzai's effect to fusion summon, pay 600 life points, use those two, and go into your Rising Carp. You use Rising Carp's effect, you tribute it, and you bring out Deer Note and your Vagon. Now you want to use Vagon's effect, you pay 600 life points once again, and search your field spell. Now you activate your field spell and you go into your Synchro 8 into your Jam Dragon Drive. Now two effects will activate. You can activate Deer Note, chain 1, and chain 2 Dragon Drive. Always chain 1 Deer Note, because Deer Note is by far the more important effect, because with your Dragon Drive you add your Ghost Augur, which is powerful but not as necessary as the effect of our Deer Note, which special summons back one of your tuners. Let's just say Sharakuzai, doesn't really matter at this point. Now you go into your next Synchro play, into your Amazing Dragon right here. You use Amazing Dragon's effect, but first, because I forgot that, because you activated a P.U.N.K effect and paid life points, you can of course draw another random card. And now you use your Dragon's effect, you bring back your Rising Carp, actually, because our Dragon Drive has a nice Grave effect, and with everything we have planned, our Carp is all we need, because with it we can go into a Jam Fever and have our Monster Negate. So that's where we end in the basic combo alone. You end on a big beat stick, a Monster Negate and pop, and you search your Ghost Ogre. All of this with just one card. So I'm super excited to show you the test hands, to show you how crazy this deck can really be. So let's dive right into it. Alright guys, test hand number 1, this is gonna be fun. Let's see what we can do with those 5. Okay, in this case you go into your standby main. You don't want to use E-Tally too soon, because of course you have Fenrir in hand. You special summon this first, activate Fenrir's effect, and add Unicorn, of course. Now, the second engine is always very powerful, just to catch some hand traps. You don't really need it at this point, but of course you can do some crazy shenanigans with it as well. Now in this specific scenario, next up you use E-Tally not to bring out Xenogenesis, because once you have it in your hand and you want to gain more draws, so you bring out Vagon first. You use Vagon's effect, you pay 600 and you search your field spell right here, and you activate your field spell, obviously. Next thing you want to do is use your Rising Scale. Now you just banish a Xenogenesis from your hand. You have 2 in hand, you don't really need them. Bring out Rising Scale and activate her effect to bring out Sharakuzai. Now you paid 600 life points, so you get a free draw, which means we shuffle, we cut, we draw. Alright, another E-Tally, nice. Next thing you want to do is activate your Sharakuzai. You fusion summon into your Rising Carp. You paid 600 life points once again, which means you get another draw. We just cut once again and add another Unicorn. Alrighty. So next thing you want to do is tribute your Carp with its own effect and bring out your Xenogenesis and your Deer Note. Now the amazing part that we have now is that you didn't use your search for Xiamen. So you can search for another level 8, which is what you're going to do. You pay 600 life points and you search. It doesn't really matter at this point. I just say, let's say we go for Toon and go on from here. Next thing you do, of course, now is synchro summon with those two, of course, into Jam Dragon Drive. Chain 1 Deer Node, Chain 2 Dragon Drive. With Dragon Drive, you obviously add your Ghost Ogre, and with Deer Node, you can now bring back Xiamen. It is important to bring back Xiamen, or important, but it's more beneficial because now you use those two. Bring out your amazing dragon, and now you can use Xiamen's effect and push your dragon for 600 life points. It's more useful to use it at your dragon because this is the one that would stay on the field. So yeah, definitely use it on this one. Now you bring back your Rising Carp with your amazing dragon. You use your Carp to go into your Jam Fever. Next thing you can do now is activate Jam Session to special summon from your hand. You just banish, let's say, Xiamen to bring out Toon. Now you can overlay those two level 8s to go into your Hope Harbinger. And actually, because we have another E-Tally, you can activate this now. Special summon from your hand your last Xiamen and use those two and Fenrir to go into your Sword Soul Sovereign. And that's where you end your turn right here. So what do we have on field? We have a Monster Negate, we have a Spell Negate. We have our Cheng Ying, which protects, which of course can banish once anything is banished. We have Ghost Ogre in hand, so just an amazing end board in my opinion. Alright guys, we go in for the next test hand. Test hand number 2. Let's see what we can do. Alright, let's check that out. Sharakuzai already in hand, okay. Now actually in this scenario you can straight up in your draw phase if you want to activate E-Tally and bring out your Vagon, because with Sharakuzai in hand you don't necessarily need the Xiamen to search it, so you use Vagon's effect obviously and you add your field spell right here. You activate your field spell and now you normal summon your Sharakuzai. You use Sharakuzai's effect, you pay 600 life points and you bring out your Rising Carp. This will activate Jam Session, which means shuffle, cut and draw. Amazing. Now you use Carp's effect, you tribute it and you bring out Deer Node and Xiamen obviously. Now you can use Xiamen's effect and add your Rising Scale and you paid life points, which means again, shuffle, cut and draw. Okay, once again an Ash Blossom, okay. So next thing you want to do is obviously go into a synchro play. You know the drill. Jam Dragon Drive, Chain 1, Chain 2, Dragon Drive adds another hand trap, your Ghost Ogre and Deer Node brings back your Xiamen. You use those two into Amazing Dragon. You use Xiamen's effect, push your dragon even further. Now you use your dragon's effect to bring back your Carp. And you use your Carp to go into Jam Fever. Next thing you want to do is activate Rising Scale. You banish Xiamen, bring out Rising Scale, activate Rising Scale's effect, pay 600 and special summon out your last remaining Xiamen right here, even though you don't really have to do this, but hey, extending is extending. Next up, you can use the effect of Extreme Session. You banish, let's say, Sharakuzai. Oh no, maybe not Sharakuzai, rather Vagon. Always keep the waters in grave if you want to go into your Dragite. And you can special summon Ogre Dance or Foxy Tune. It doesn't really matter at this point. With this hand, I would probably go for Ogre Dance. Foxy Tune is still viable. And now you use those two, obviously, to go into Hope Harbinger. So, and that's basically where you end your turn. Foxy Tune is basically that. You can't really special summon anything out of it because in your deck there's not really a punk monster left. But what do we have on field? We have a Monster Negate and Destroy. We have a Spell Negate, we have Ghost Ogre, we have Ash, and we have amazing follow-up because, of course, with Extreme Session you can bring out Foxy Toon, and you have another Xiamen in field. Even if he clears your board, you can bring out Foxy Toon, you can bring out Xiamen, you go into your Psychic and Punisher and probably win the duel this way. So once again, an amazing end board, and you get a feeling of how consistent this deck really is. Alright guys, third and final test hand. Test hand number 3. Let's see. Oof, okay, we have to rely on 1-card comboing, but that's totally fine. Because 3-nip, that's wild. Okay, we activate E-Tally, obviously. We bring out our Xiamen, we activate Xiamen's effect in our main phase to add Shara Kuzai. Now, basically, I just want to mention this right here. You could, of course, also go into search Rising Scale, do the Link shenanigans, but the Rising Scale is only really important if you have to normal summon your Xiamen. Because we special summon, you don't really need it, that's why I won't do it. You just normal summon your Sharakuza, you pay 600. Once again, you go through your basic combo. Rising Carp, Tribute Carp, bring out Deer Note and Vegan. You activate Vegan's effect. Add your field spell, activate field spell, Synchro into Jam Dragon Drive, chain 1, chain 2. With your Dragon Drive, you add Ghost Ogre, obviously, and with Deer Note, you bring back your Xiamen. You paid 600 life points, so you're allowed to draw a card. Shuffle, cut, draw. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, in this scenario it would have been great to have a level 8, but let's see where this ends. You definitely use those two. For your amazing dragon, activate Xiamen, push dragon. Now you can bring back with your dragon, but that's the question right now. You have Italian hand, so if you bring back, you basically have the choice actually. You can bring back your Deer Note, for example. Activate E-Tally, bring out any level 3 tuner, your Xiamen, it's the only one we have in the deck left, and go into a Dragite. Dragite is live, we have water monster, 2 water monsters in grave, so this would be a spell negate if you're focused on that. Or of course you can also with your Dragon Drive, with your amazing dragon, sorry, bring back your Carp and just go into Jam Fever, obviously. Now, it really depends if you know what you're playing against, if a spell negate or a monster negate is more viable to you. Definitely depends. Activating E-Tally right now doesn't really make any sense. If we would have drawn into any Punk monster or one of our level 8s, this would have been helpful, obviously, but we didn't, so that's pretty basic and also where it ends. But still, you have a monster negate right here. You have Ghost Ogre, you have Ash, you have 3 nips for whatever it's good. But hey, having 3 is better than having none. And yeah, still consistent, still a great end board. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, definitely leave a like and a subscription. This would really help us a lot. And don't forget to check out the deck profile and the Nexus replays as well if you want to see how those decks really perform, of course. And if you have any suggestions, definitely let us know in the comments. We always love to read and answer them, of course. And until next time, have a good one.